Alright, well I've got the magneto side main bearing cap tightened down, shimmed correctly. The that side required 90 thousandths worth of shims, and like I said, the pulley side only required 60 thousandths, which makes sense because the pulley side is where you really have any radial load, things like that, like if you're running a belt or a piece of equipment. So it makes sense that they would wear more rapidly than the magneto side, which really isn't doing much except providing the force of the flywheel. So I've cut, well, for the connecting rod I've cut two 30 thousandths shims. I believe that's going to be enough. There's not a whole lot of meat left on those bearings, but there are some, so I think 30 thousandths will cover it. I have to trim these down. We'll see. Bearing came out of alignment. Okay. I've got new nuts for the connecting rod. If you remember in the teardown videos, the original nuts were very badly pitted, so I'm not going to reuse those. Alright, well, 30 thousandths, not quite enough. It's very stiff. You would never run it like this or even try to start it. Very, very stiff. So I'm going to have to cut two more shims, one for each side of course, another 30 thousandths. Now I'm going to use two 30 thousandths shims instead of one 60 thousandth because the 30 thousandths material is, I don't know the proper way to put it, it's more soft. It'll compress a little bit better, so let's say I don't need 60 thousandths, let's say I only need 50 thousandths. It'll compress that 1,000th of an inch, and it'll be a lot easier. Alright, sorry about the noise. The guy across the street decided to start weed whacking his lawn. So I made two more 30 thousandths shims, put them on, see what it does. Alright, well they're just snug now. Feels alright. There's no really increase in resistance. Nothing significant though. Now, I'm going to look closely at the relationship between the connecting rod and the crankshaft. I have it halfway in the bore, and I'm going to rock the flywheels back, maybe 2 degrees, and see if there's any pause between when the throw for the connecting rod starts to move and the connecting rod itself, and that'll tell me if there's any play in that bearing. Alright, I can see it. I can see that there's some. So let me see if I can be able to show you guys. Just watch. This is the throw for the connecting rod, and this is the connecting rod itself. Just watch the relationship here. You want them to move together. You don't want the crank to move and then the connecting rod to move. Let's see if I can show you. I can feel it in the wheels. I don't know if you saw that, but I did. So it's there. So I'm going to let's see. I'm going to grab that wrench again, tighten them down a little bit more. So we can eliminate that. Okay, I didn't gain any resistance, so that's good. I'm going to look closely at the throw again. I don't feel anything anymore, but I'm going to look closely. See if I notice any delay. Yep, there's still some. Just a bit more. Okay, look at it again. Now it feels a little bit more snug now. Not much, but a little bit more snug. It's almost non-existent. I don't think there's any. Alright, I'm satisfied with that. Let's see if you can tell. Ready? I'm pretty satisfied with that. Now remember, like I said, once this engine's been running a little bit, stop it and you can retighten these bearings because they will wear in. So just because there's no play now doesn't mean they won't become play. So I may have to tighten these a little bit more along with the mains, but that's how you do it. Let's see. Now I'll lubricate these bearings. I'll put the grease cups back, grease them up, and crank it over a few times by hand just to spread the grease around, and then I'll continue. I think the next step will be probably the fuel system. I'll put the mixer on and make a little temporary fuel tank. Make a homemade check valve. I'll show you how to do that, and we'll go from there.